Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, and thank you for joining. Now, in today's episode, we're going to go through our spuds. We're going to talk about FPL team changes, and we're also going to talk about Super Coach EPL just coming down. We're going to start off first with our FPL team. Now, with the FPL team, it was disappointment plus. Now, if you take a look, the average points, you can see it here, is 54. Our team is just average right now. Very, very average team. And we're called the Spudfather this year. So it's not Abs Magic, but it's a Spudfather. And Spudfather's score is 56. A very average score. Highest score being 127. But we don't worry about game week 1 because there's another 37 game weeks to go. So there's not a problem. However, there is a small problem elsewhere. Let me show you now. Our goalkeeper, Sanchez, very good. 8 points. He's got a good draw coming up. Take a look at Sanchez's draw coming up. Now, how do we see this? Actually, it tells you how he got his points. Okay, so it's got here points breakdown. Minutes played 90, that's 2 points. Clean sheet, that's 4 points. So you got 6 points there. 1 point got for a save because when you do 4 saves, you get, or 3 saves, you get a bonus point. So he's got the 1 extra save. Plus, he got a bonus point on top. So it was a top. It was a third-ranked player on the ground, top 3. So it was a third-ranked player. So he got the 1 point for that. So that's a good score breakdown. If you go to his full profile, okay, go for the full ting right now, you can see here that matchups, his fixtures is what I'm after now, and you can see here he's got West Ham, they got smashed. So if you look at the fixtures, the ratings here, you'll see a 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, 5 being the hardest, 2 being the easiest, and he's virtually got 2 coming up, which is the easiest. Then a couple of easy ones there, all back to back, 3, 3, and 3. So if you look at his full fixture, okay, you can see actually there's no 5, there's actually a 4. Sorry, Liverpool being 4. So up until game week number, Game week number 7, he's got an easy run. Even coming after game week 7, so even easier. Okay, he's got he's got 3 lots, 4 twos in a space of 6 or 7 weeks. So actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In 6 weeks, he's got 4 twos. But absolute easy games coming up. So actually, got another one there, Everton. So it's actually a very good draw for Sanchez for a keeper. So very happy with Sanchez there. Now, with our defenders, and now I have an issue here, okay? Now, with the defenders, now, if you look at Pedro Porro, he scored 6 points. How did he get them? Clean sheet, 4 points, and minutes played, 2 points. That was it, okay? Nothing else. So, and Dorgo, okay? Dorgo, he got the yellow card. That's a -1, so that's why he's got the 1 point. So he was no good. Of course, if Dorgan can do it, why can't my other spud Williams do it? So they both got the yellow card each. So they cost us 2 points. We could have got 58 points, but these spuds only gave me two yellow cards here. Now, if we go into the midfield, and actually, before I go into the midfield. We had 2 other defenders as well. I mean, we had Roden, who scored the 7 points. Now, if you take a look, Williams and Dorgo got 1 point each. Esteve got the 1 point as well. What did Esteve do? Did he cop a yellow card as well? What did he do? Minutes played 90, goals conceded, 3 goals conceded. So if you concede 3 goals, you cop an extra -1 point. So that's where he lost his points. Whereas Roden, okay, he got minutes played 90 points, clean sheets, he got 4 points, and he was ranked the 3rd best player on the ground, Roden. Roden, very happy with him, okay? So if you take a look at, let me show you something. Now, if you scroll down from your team and go down towards Leeds, we're going to go Leeds here, all right? Leeds versus Everton. And we see here, I want to look at the defensive contributions, okay? And Roden, I actually thought that he'd feature heavily, but he didn't. Only got 7, so it's not like he's a heavy contributor. So, but if you go down up here, bonus point system, right? So 35 points went to Gudmundsson, 29 to Stroik, and Rodon got 26. That's where he got the one extra point, because there's a 3-2-1 system in FPL. So this is for the people that don't know, okay? So, and I know a lot of my viewers don't know, because they're the same as me. We're all dum-dums right there. We don't know nothing. We're just finding out, just coming down. Okay, so that's what happens. Now, the defensive contributions, however, take a look here at Stack, 13, and Tarkowski, 15. So Tarkowski being the what is it, Leeds? Give me some of the teams, okay? The Everton defender Tarkowski, he's guaranteed 4 points every week, okay? 2 points for playing, and the defensive contributions, an extra 2 points there. So Tarkowski, very solid. Average of 4 points. Even if they concede goals, he gets 4 points. If they don't concede a goal, he gets 8 points, okay? But this was the easy game for him, so he actually conceded. Yeah, but Stack, on the other hand, is a midfielder, okay? And a midfielder getting the 13 is very solid. So he's a solid midfielder. He also got. He actually didn't get a bonus point. That's all he got. So Stack, he was decent. Anyway, actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take a look at all the players, okay? I want to see these players with these DEFCON points, okay? And DEFCON being defensive contribution, so they got DEFCON, okay? They're con artists. So let's have a look now at the DEFCON points for the Arsenal-Man United game, all right? Now, if we go further down, DEFCON, Euro got 11. Euro had like 5 in the first 2 minutes, okay? So even though it says 11, Euro got 5 in the first 2 minutes. Saliba got 14, but Odegaard, he got 14. That's huge. Bruno Fernandes, if he had one more, he would have had the bonus 2 points, but he only got the 11, so it didn't matter. Interesting one here is Gabriel only got 7, okay? And so it looks like Saliba is more a DEFCON than a Gabriel, well, in game week 1 anyway, so we can find out more about them later on as we watch them. Now, let's take a look at Nottingham Forest and Brentford, all right? If we go down to DEFCON points, Aina got 12, Anderson got 11. So Aina being a defender, only needs 10, okay, and gets 2 bonus points. He got 12. Vandenberg got 14. So these two got the bonus 2 points each. Anderson needed one more DEFCON to get to 12, but he didn't, so it's stuck on 11. He was on my bench, but he's a gun, okay, Anderson. Also, it gave an assist as well, so very useful. Now, if we go further up, and I mean, I'm looking at this now. Look at Aina at 12, and I'm looking at Williams at 6. They're about the same price, but if you're going to have these two, I'm probably better off getting Aina than Williams at the same price. So I'll check out Aina's price today, actually. I'll have a look at it later on. And if they're the same price, I think Aina's probably better if he's going to have more defensive contributions, okay? So we'll work that out soon. Now, let's go to the next game, Chelsea and Crystal Palace. This game cost me a fortune, okay? Actually, it cost my mate a lot more. It cost my mate $1,000 this game because we had a multi going. And in my multi, I had Crystal Palace to win, all right? And 0-0. It was a cheap multi. It was only a $10 multi. But my multi was going to pay $400 because I got all the others right. I bet this weird stuff. I was picking like Liverpool versus Bournemouth. I said Liverpool to win and 3+ goals. And that happened. I had Spurs to win, 3+ goals. That happened. So, and I had a couple of others that I picked, and I had Man City to win plus 3+ goals. So that happened as well. The only one that didn't happen was this game. Where is it? The Spurs. It was a Spurs? No, it was I've lost the game. Here it is. Chelsea. The Chelsea game. They couldn't score. Okay. It was unbelievable. It was like open goals. I couldn't score. So it made me very upset anyway. But let's look at the bonus point system now. A Chempong, okay. A Chempong, I want to see where he played. He had 35 bonus point system. 35. He only had 8 defensive contributions. But a Chempong had 8. Chalaba 9. And a Chempong's a centre back, all right. James 7. Cucurella 4. A Chempong He's only 4 mil. He impressed me a lot, and he got best on ground. Okay, a 4 mil, best on ground player. So he killed it. So I'm thinking if I'm gonna do a wild card, I'm actually gonna bring in a Chempong. Okay, at his price, so maybe he'll go up later on, and I'll sell him later on. But it gives me. They call it assets in FPL. So I usually call them spuds, but it gives me an FPL asset. I'll just say it for the first time. So it gives me an FPL asset, a Chempong. Okay, now I don't know much about him, but I don't know much about this game, so I'm just following it as I go. Now, if we go further up to the Man City Wolves game, okay, Riendas, scored a goal, had an assist, got the yellow card. Okay, so lost 1 point there, but did he get top 3, best on ground? No, Haaland got the best on ground. Lewis got second best, and Al Nouri got the third. Okay, now with Rangers, okay, all the people that know what they're talking about, okay, they all say bring him in, okay, and his price has gone up. So it was 5.5, now it's 5.6. The reason I didn't bring him in, okay, was because they had players that didn't start. They had Marmoush didn't start, okay, Cherky didn't start, and Foden didn't start. So I think Reinders is ahead of all of them at the moment, so maybe it looks like he's going to play. So I'm going to have to grab him because I'm going to show you something else. Now, we have what we call, it's websites www.livefpl.net/prices, okay? Now, we can see here the price predictions, okay? Now, for example, Haaland is at 90%. Like this, once it gets to 100%, the price goes up 0.1. Okay, then it starts again. Okay, for example, Reinders, as you can see here, he's already gone up that 0.1. Now it started again his cycle, and it's gone at 26%. And people are trading him in at 0.14% at a time. Okay, per hour. I think this is per hour. Yes, per hour. So the prediction is that in 29% chance that by 2 days' time, his price will go up again by 0.1. So I want to get him before the price actually goes up and pay the 5.6 for him because I've already missed the 5.5. I don't want to pay 5.7, okay? So and all these players, I'm not interested in Richarlison, but Kudus looks pretty good as well. So he's at 89.82% chance, well, is at that now. So he's a 92% chance of going up in price within 2 days, okay? And I'd say by tomorrow, Kudus and Haaland are both going to go up in price. We've already got Haaland, we don't have Kudus, okay? And Kudus looked very lively, okay? Now, I watched a lot of games this week. I actually love watching the soccer. So, and Gakpo is another one here, which I'm really interested in. Because I don't think I can get Salah, but I can get Gakpo. And Gakpo at 7.5 mil, there's a 32% chance that he's going to go up in price in 2 days' time. That's what it says here. So the chances are probably more like a 60% chance in 4 days' time, all right? But at 7.5 mil, he'll be 7.6. But all these 0.1s all add up, okay? So that's the problem. Now we go to the Sunderland and West Ham game, all right? Now, Ballard is a centre-back, all right? Now, centre-back scored a goal. The centre-back got the free bonus points. He had 53 bonus point system. He had 14 defensive contributions. That's massive, okay? So all you need is 10, and he got 14. And this is a game where they dominated. So in a game where they're going to get dominated, he's going to have more defensive contributions. So Ballard is guaranteed 4 points every time he plays. And he's cheap. So Ballard's going to have to come into my team. I mean, I'd never heard of Ballard before, okay? Even Jajiki, okay, is the Greek boy, Jajiki, okay? Actually, I don't know if he's Greek. I just made that up. But it's a Sadiki. Had the 9 defensive contributions. They needed 3 more. Ronaldo had 8. He needed 2 more. So they've all had defensive contributions, and they all look decent. I would have thought that Xhaka, okay, I think that's how you pronounce it. I only got 6, so I didn't get that many. I thought he would have got more. But anyway, so that's on that game. The Spurs and Burnley game, all right, Sarr is the one that's of interest here. Sarr had 10, okay? Sa not only got 10, all right, now Sa's also cheap. A lot of the cheap players did really well. Sa had a bonus point system, only got 29, so they got 1, 2, 3. I mean, they had a lot of goal kickers, okay? So with Sa, I don't think you can. Okay, can I click on Sa? Okay, I can't click on Sa. Sa costs, where is he? 5 mil. So for 5 mil, you can get Sa. Well, how many points? He's got 6 points. Now, Brighton and Fulham, all right? Now, who got the bonus points? You can see here, Muniz got the 25, got the bonus points. Defensive contributions. King had 9. Okay, now, King wasn't really getting much featured in the bonus point system, but he had 9 defensive contributions. Anderson had 8. Anderson's a centre back. King's a sort of a young forward. And King is actually cheaper as well. 4.5 mil midfielder, all right? So it's decent. But he plays for Fulham, okay? So they're not going to do much. So I'd probably not worry about him much. If you look at Weefa, okay? Weefa is a midfielder. Another one, 5 mil, okay, midfielder. He had 18 defensive contributions. Okay, that's unbelievable for a midfielder. Actually, so you're guaranteed every week from WIFA 4 points. If he's going to play like that every week, he's going to get 4 points every single week. You can see here, he scored 4 points this week. Now, all these 4 points all add up, and you've got all these 5 mil players, all right? Now, let's go further up, all right? Let's go to the Aston Villa-Newcastle game, all right? And bonus points, Onana had 14. Now, Onana is another midfielder, another 5 mil. So it's always these 5 mil ones. They're all getting these 4 points, okay? Shah is a defender, I think, from memory, okay? Defender here. He's 5.5 mil, so it's not good. It's a pass on Shah. Burn, all right, is a defender. He got his bonus points, so he got 4 points. He's got, coming up, they've got Leeds, Wolves, Bournemouth, so they've got possible three clean sheets there, maybe 2, okay? And then they got Arsenal. Well, they also got Liverpool, okay? So it's decent anyway. So that's the Newcastle. Now, if you go to Liverpool and Bournemouth now, all right, 21 defensive contributions to Virgil and Tavernier, 20. Now, that's massive. Tavernier is a midfielder, all right? That's huge, all right? 5.5 mil for a midfielder that had 20. It's unheard of, okay? Midfielder of 20 defensive contributions. All he needs to do is have an assist once in a while, maybe score a goal once in a while. Now, if you look at Tavernier's stats from last year, does it have last year's stats? History. Previous seasons. All right, let's go to last year. Go 24. What did he do last year? He had 7 assists and 3 goals. Okay, so that's decent. He only had 87 points, 20 starts. Okay, so if he starts 38 times, that's going to be 160. Plus the extra points now, he could actually be half decent. All right, and this is against Liverpool. His fixture now is Wolves, Spurs, Brighton, Newcastle, Leeds. Tavernier is on my watch list, okay? So I want to see him do it again. But at 5.5 mil, a lot of good plays at this price. Now, the other player that I didn't talk about, all right, is Adams, okay? Now, Adams had 19 defensive contributions, and he's only 5 mil with the same draw. So you can sort of work out, toss and turn. You want Adams, or do you want to have Tavernier? What did Adams score last year? Let's have a look. 2025, he had only 3 assists. 21 starts, and no goal scores. So I probably prefer Tavernier for the extra 0.5. Where last year he had 7 assists and 3 goals, so maybe he does a little bit extra. Okay, so yeah, so probably go for Tavernier. I'll think about it anyway. Now let's get back to our team. Now, what are we going to do for our team? All right, are we going to? Dorgu had a good role. Okay, he was decent. Williams looked decent. Are we going to panic? Try to buy cheaper? Let's say we want to do a wild card. Now, a wild card, for those that don't know what it is, right? You can see here we have actually it doesn't show it here, but actually if I go to pick team, all right, you can see here you got bench boost, all right. You got triple captain. Now, bench boost means that on, let's say this week, if I press bench boost, all these players score plus my bench scores. Okay, that's what we can only use it once in every 19 weeks. So you can use it twice this year. The first 19 rounds or game weeks, okay, you can use it then. All right, each one of these. All right, so you got bench boost, you got triple captain. Right now, triple captain obviously means that, for example, if I captain Haaland, I can triple captain him. All right, so he gets triple his score. So if Haaland scored, what did Haaland score? Okay, doesn't show. Anyway, let's say he scored a 12 or a 13 or 11, he gets triple that. All right, that's triple captain. Wild card means our team is worth 100 mil. All right, our team value hasn't gone up, but we can change the whole team. All right, we can get rid of, for example, transfer. Actually, I'll get that in a minute. We'll change the whole team, and that's what I'm going to consider doing right now. Okay, the wild card, and also the free hit means you can change your whole team for 1 week. So let's say you want to get rid of all these. They got a tough draw, or they're injured. Right? Let's say all these freer players. Two might have a yellow card, then or a red card. A couple of players are injured. They got a tough draw, so you can change your whole team for 1 week. Then the following week, the team that you had comes back. Okay, so it's only a 1 week thing. So it's a free hit. It's best to use the free hit when you have teams playing against easier teams. So, for example, if we'll go for that in another video when to use the free hit. All right, but for our purpose now, let's say we play the wild card. Now, I'm not going to press this now because it's too dangerous right now. So what I'm going to do first is show what my team would look like if I was to use the wild card, all right? Now, if I was to use the wild card, all right, what would I do? Now, I would trade out Spudkrug. Okay, so Spudkrug goes out. I keep Haaland. Pedro's playing West Ham. So, and João Pedro's draw, it's quite easy. He's got Brentford, Fulham, and West Ham, and Crystal Palace. Okay, well, he played Crystal Palace. But anyway, so maybe I keep João Pedro. Let's say I get rid of Rodgers out of this team, all right? Let's say I get rid of, I keep Anderson. Let's say Bruno Fernandes goes out, okay? Who else can we get rid of here? Let's just, for argument's sake, say, even though Rodon did really well, maybe you want to have Chalobah, or maybe Estevez goes out, but he's played Sunderland. Anyway, let's say argument's sake, say Estevez goes out. Let's say Williams goes out. We're just thinking right. Let's say Wirtz goes out and Palmer. Okay, half the team's gone now. Okay, we can replace all these players now. Okay, now Fulkrug, select replacement. Okay, we can bring in somebody for Fulkrug. So if you bring in Wood now, for example, Wood was 7.5. Now it's 7.6. So what's happened is our cash, instead of 42.5 mil, we got 42.4 mil. So now we can't get the balance 42.5, the extra 0.05 to bring these players up. For example, if you want to put Dorgo to a 5 mil player, you can't because you've only got 0.4 left. So that's a bummer, as they would say. But anyway, as if we want Wood, let's just put him there for now, all right? Actually, who else can we get instead of Wood? Okay, let's have a look. Mayende scored a 5.5, and Thiago is 6 mil. Sorry, Mayende is 5.5 mil, scored an 8. Thiago scored a 6. Is there anyone here that we like? So if we go for someone cheap, let's say we go for Mayenda, okay? And he's got an easy game this week. Let's put him in there because his value, if we go to the live feature here, all right, where's Mayenda? Let's go second page. Has he got any love? All right, let's have a look. Mayenda, he's at 22.76%, all right? So there's a 23% chance that he'll go up in 2 days' time. Salah, very low chance of going up in price because everyone already owns him, all right? So the chances are very low. But Mayenda may go up, all right? Cash may go up. Lewis, there's a chance of him going up, but the big chance of possibility of players going up in price are these ones here, Haaland and Kudus. Okay, now let's get back to our team, all right? And let's bring in now, select replacements. Let's bring in Kudus. Okay, where's Kudus? Okay, I'm going to go with percentage own because you can find them easier. And I really like Kudus' game, actually. Why is that defense? Select replacements. So let's bring Kudus in, all right? Let's bring in Reinders, or Reinders, or whatever you want to call him, all right? So Reinders comes in. Now, our money is now at 0.4 again, so we can't help that. So if we don't want Meander, we can actually get select replace, because we don't want Fulkrug, all right? So if we can get Gyökeres, for example, playing Leeds. Now, Gyökeres is probably going to play 60 minutes, maybe 65 minutes. How many minutes did he play last week? All right, 1 point. It doesn't show. I think he got a yellow card. That's why I got the 1 point. I think he's got a Liverpool game as well. That's a 5 too. So that's a tough game for him. So maybe don't need to get Gyökeres, okay? Select replacements. We can get Gyökeres another time. The player that we can get Mateta. What's his draw like? He's got Forest, Aston Villa, Sunderland. All right, that's decent. So we can get Mateta. All right. Now let's go back to the midfields. Who else do we get in here? Now select replacements. Now we did mention before all these 5 mil players. Okay. Now I want to go to Bournemouth. Let's go to Bournemouth. Midfielders. Bournemouth. Okay, where are they? Semenyo. Who do we say? Was it Tavernier? I think it was Tavernier. No one's got him, all right? So Tavernier, that's he scored the 4 points. I don't mind Tavernier, 5.5 mil. And how much cash we got left? 24.9 mil. We'll get to this spot in a minute. All right, we'll think about Tavernier as well. So we're not 100% sold on Tavernier. So if we get the select replacement, if we also bring in the boy from Liverpool, Gakpo. All right, this is a non-solar draft. All right, so we've still got 17 mil here. So we're gonna actually splash some more cash in a minute. Now, who else can we bring in? All right, let's have a look. Now, we can get some gun defenders now. All right, because these defenders are going to score a lot of points. We can get Cucurella, all right. We can get, okay, select replacements. Okay, we can bring out Nouri, all right. So we're sort of, our defense is very strong now. But instead of getting out Nouri, I want to bring in select replacement. Was it Leeds? Let's have a look. No, it wasn't Leeds. It was Everton. Was it Everton? Everton. Tarkowski. Okay, 5.5 mil. Okay, bring in Tarkowski there. Guaranteed 4 points every week. I'd rather take the guaranteed 4 points and some possible games where he's not going to concede goals. So he's going to get bonus points left, right, and centre. So I like Tarkowski. Now, this gives me, still got 5.9 mil. So if that's the case, if I don't get Tavernier, select replacement, and I get for a 5 mil player, what can I buy for 5 mil these days? Let's have a look. 5 mil, I can get Sarr from Spurs. I could put Sarr there. All right, he's got a tough game. I'll just put him on the bench. All right, doesn't matter. Okay, actually, I've got Kudus and Sarr. Let's say, no, I want Kudus instead. I don't want both of them. All right, get him off there. All right, we'll work this out in a minute. Now, Pedro Porro, I really liked his game. Okay, so I'm not going to get rid of, even though he's playing City, I'll just put him on the bench this week. All right, so Porro, I liked his game. Roden, we liked at 4 mil, but at 4 mil, you can also get select replacement at 4 mil. All right, let's go to 4 mil. Actually, the play we're after is actually, I think it's 4.5. Well, you can get a Champong, all right, at 4 mil. Instead of Cucurella, because at least that way we've got the Chelsea defence at 4 mil, all right. Over here, select replacement. Instead of STV, All right, let's go points scored. Ballard. He went up in price. I can't believe this. 4.6. Okay, he was 4.5. I could have done this yesterday at 4.5. Anyway, it's 4.6 now. So get Ballard. It's a good price. 4.6. 4.5 is a better price. Well, we still got that 0.8 now, so it doesn't matter. All right, so we'll put Ballard in there. This gives us 12.8 mil. Let's try to get let's get rid of Gakpo. Let's try to select replacement. Let's try to bring Salah in there. All right. What is that? 5.8 mil left. All right. And select replacement. Who can we put in here? Now I can field all of Anderson, Salah, Reinders, and Kudus. I've got no problems fielding all 4 of them. All right. I can field all 3 of João Pedro, Haaland, and Mateta. I've got no problems. I can actually also field all 5 of these players. All right, so I have no problems with any one of these. So who are we going to bring in here at 5.8? All right, let's have a look. Select replacements. At 5.8, so if I had a little bit more cash, I bring in Ndoye, but I can't. It's 6. I bring in Stack. It's at 5 mil. So if I bring in Stack, all right, at 5 mil, he plays Arsenal this week, so he's not going to go. He's not going to do anything against Arsenal. But the thing is, I can hold him, all right, because then he's got a tough draw, all right. But I'll just put him on the bench, all right, at 5 mil. He's going to go up eventually in price. He's always going to get 4 points every week. But if I don't get Stack, actually, you know who I'm going to get? I'm going to get the boy that we talked about before, midfielders. Let's go to Bournemouth. All right, they got a good draw. And I don't think I've heard anyone mention him before. That's defenders. I get Tavernier. And his draw's good. Okay, now if I was to do this and make a transfer, all this will cost me 28 points. All right, so we're not going to do it like that. Okay, so we're going to do the wild card. So we're going to play the wild card. Play wild card. Actually, we're going to do it. So play wild card. Play chip. All right. Let's play this chip. And now it's done. Okay. Now this means we have unlimited trades. We now could play around this non-stop. And the wild card's used. Okay. So it's official. As you can see here, it's pending. So I'm happy with this. And let's make the transfers. Actually, if I don't get Mateta, who does Mateta play? He's playing Chelsea. All right, no, that's Fulkrug. Anyway, if I don't get Mateta, and if I go for, hang on, select replacements, and if I go for Wood, I'll just pay the extra 7.6. But he's got Palace this week. All right, it's still a tough game, but they've raised. They got free against Palace. They got West Ham. They got Arsenal. I could bench him against Arsenal. I can still play him. So that's what we're going to do. All right, we can make the transfers. Okay, confirm that this transfer, yes, we're going to transfer. We're going to confirm it and play the wild card. Okay, we're going to be aggressive. Just come down. Now, let's move over now to Super Coach. All right, so this is fantasy. Now, I've actually done it. I put Pedro on the bench. Or Pedro Porro on the bench. Okay, I've got a Kempong, okay, playing against West Ham. I've got Tarkowski and got Dorgu against Fulham. Or should I should put Dubravka on field against Sunderland. Okay, so we'll do that. He's playing at home. And Dorgu against Fulham. That's a good game. We can have Kudus on field. Or we can put we can swap Kudus. I like Kudus, but okay, we can swap Kudus with Anderson. Okay, we can even put anyway, something to think about later on. Let's move over now. This team's not confirmed yet, by the way. Okay, we've still got to confirm the team. I've still got to play around with it, but I'm 100% do it. I want to get these players in before their prices go up. The prices scare me, make me very scary right now. When I see these prices go up, Okay, I get FOMO. I can't help myself. I don't want to miss out. Anyway, let's move over now to Supercoach. Now, my Spuds in Supercoach this week scored a 102. Okay, and as you can see here, it's league wins 4 out of 13. We lost everything. Okay, and we had 4 wins. And let's go to leagues. Who did we beat? Okay, let's have a look. Classic, and we go to leagues. Now, Luke, team name is Pi. Okay, had a 120 to 102 at a percentage booster. Another Pi. The Pies are killing me. The Super Pies. They had a percentage booster. That's my friend there, John T. Also having a massive AFL year this year. Aaron, the Stompers, they smashed me and must be another Pie supporter. Okay, and we had a close game here. And Daniel, he just got the chocolates at the end. 2-point loss, so that one hurts. Cooper's team, Scoop's Troops, they smashed us. Okay, we're seeing where we always sit at the ladder this year. Okay, we're 19th on the ladder there. 18th, 15th. Okay, we had a bad week. Eugene United, Peter's team, also smashed me. Scored a one. Whatever we win our games, okay, have we won a game yet? We're up to Spudfather 7. I haven't won a game yet. The slot machine smashed me. That's Hayden's team. Lil Uzi Wirtz, okay, that's Mitchell's team. Also smashed me. Spudfather Cup 8. Spudfather Cup 9. Anfield Angels, that's Christine's team. I'm sorry, Christine, but we had our first win here. Very excited. And Brody's team, the Robbie Fowler Coke, another one that we had a win on. And Corey's team, this is the Spudfather Legends. This is Corey and Flock of Goals, and we actually defeated Corey by 3 points. Very unlucky for the young man. Now, leading the race at the Spudfather group, we have Dizzy Rascals. That's Dion's team, and he scored a whopping 154 points. Not far behind us, okay? We're still very close to him. 50 points doesn't sound like much, okay? Maybe just a good 1/4. We'll get the points back, but that's a massive score, 154. So well done to the young man. And Matt, coming second at the moment with the 150, the Prancing Camels. Okay, the Camels are on fire. Now with Supercoach, all right. I've listened to a few podcasts with everyone's got different opinions. Okay, now I'm gonna be different to everyone else. Okay, because my opinion is gonna be very different to most. Now, not many of us have played Supercoach EPL before, okay? Well, none of us have because it's the first time it's happened, okay? So none of us have played this game. The thing I want you to take note of, all right, is this thing here, the price. When you see 11.5 mil, all right, what that tells me is that Erling Haaland's break-even is 11.5, okay? So if you take a look at last week, okay, Krupp is a perfect example, all right? He's 5 million, scored a 5. So his break even should be 5. So if we go to Krupp here now, and let's have a look if our theory is right. Break even should be 5, and it's 5. All right. So when you got a player like, for example, Vicario scored the 14. All right, and his break even should have been 5. So because he scored a 14. His break-even is going to drop a lot, all right? So this break-even of 14 now for Vicario is going to be -4, as you can see there. When they got their break-evens, it stays there, like the 5, because he got exactly his break-even, which is 5 mil. So virtually, your player is worth what his price is worth, all right? So that's what he needs to score every week. For example, Fernandes, his price is 11 mil. He needs to score 11 points every week to keep his price, all right? Otherwise, his price drops. Now, you see here, he scored an 8. Now, his break-even will go higher now, higher than 11. Have a look. Fernandes, 15, all right? Because he didn't score the 11 last week, all right? He missed it. Now, Bowen, his break-even will go even higher than Fernandes because Bowen was supposed to score an 11 every week, but he didn't. Bowen scored the 5, so Bowen's break-even now becomes 18, all right? So it gets harder, all right? The same with Palmer. Palmer scored the 7, so his break-even is now 18. So the thing with my team is not many got their break-even, okay, except Haaland. Now, Haaland's break-even is 1, okay? If Haaland scores another 20, he's going to smash his break-even. It's going to go right down now. But the problem is, with Supercoach, it has the opposite effect as well, Okay, let me show you something. Now let's talk about Mohamed Salah now. Okay, his price at 15.5 mil. All right, so he needs to score 15.5 every week. For example, in 2 weeks he needs to score 31. All right, if you're going to even it out, and you can see here it's what it's telling me here as well. Last week he scored 15, so his break even is 16, which means 31 points. So he needs to score at his price, which is 15.5 mil. What happens if he doesn't score at his price and scores bad? Okay, let me show you. This is Salah last year, 24-25 season, all right? Last year, started like a house on fire, okay? You can see here, 19, 12, 28, 6, 17, 13. So it started really well, all right? His price started last year, 11.3 mil. So he started cheap last year, went up to 14.2 mil being the highest, all right? Mind you, he's 15.5 mil this year. His highest last year was 14.2 mil. And then, mind you, right, he had a massive run, all right? You can see he had 21, 13, 12, 18, 22, 19, 30. He went nuts. Price went up to 18 mil at one stage, all right? So that's his high, peak, 18 mil. Is this correct? Okay. Did he score this many points last year? Okay, I can't remember him doing all this. Well, it is correct, all right? So, for example, so he went all the way up to 18 mil last year. 17, 18 mil. 21 mil at one stage Salah was last year. You can see it, 21.9 mil. So, if you see Salah was at 21.9 mil scoring these points, what's Haaland at 11 mil if he starts scoring like this? What's he going to do, all right? So, 21 mil at one stage. Now, from 21 mil, you can see here, the drop started, all right? Because at 21 mil, your break even is 20, all right? So when you're not scoring the 20s, your price drops. For example, you scored a 3, 4, 10, 5. 4 weeks of bad scoring. From 17.9 mil, he dropped 8 mil, okay? Just from 4 weeks of poor scoring. If you only scored a 10 in there, and 10's not enough. So if you have 4 bad weeks, your price drops. Salah dropped all the way down to 8 mil. Last year. 3 bad games again, 8 mil he dropped down to. So you've got to sort of gamble now. Do you want to pay top dollar or do you want to get cheaper? Okay, so, and also you want to grab players like Ballard, all right, that have break evens of where is it? What was he break even? We mentioned it before. We saw it's huge, minus 22. Next week's going to probably be at minus 30, minus 35. However, here's the problem. Originally, when I was chatting to my friends on private chat, I was saying, look, I'm not going to trade this week. There's no point, all right? Because it's a 3-week scoring cycle. We'll get to see him. We'll trade him next week, all right? That makes sense. However, I changed my mind, okay? Because if we go my team, all right, I'm happy to hold Trafford, all right? And now, mind you, if Trafford has another clean sheet, his break even is -5. He's going to be a massive cash cow, right? Now, but let's not talk about Trafford now. I don't have a loop at the moment. The thing is here, which players do I want to replace? Well, I know I want to replace Spudkrug, all right? He's going to go, Spudkrug, okay? So Spudkrug's gone, right? That's one. I also want to replace... even though West Ham is playing against, well, they're playing Chelsea, Bowen doesn't make me excited anymore, okay? There's no more excitement from me for Bowen. Bowen's going to go. I don't want Bowen, all right? So, but there are other players that I want to replace as well. For example, there are defenders. Stack is one player that I want to bring in, all right? There's a lot of players I want to bring in. I want to bring in Reinders, all right? So if I bring in Reinders, I still got to bring in Stack, all right? I still got to bring in defenders, the ones I was showing you. Free trades is not enough to bring all these players in, and cash is king. I want to make as much cash as possible really early, and then hold off trading. All right, so I'm going to play this the way I play AFL Supercoach. I'm going to be very aggressive at the start, have a break in the middle, all right, and they go nuts not nuts, but I want to build this team as quick as possible, is what I'm trying to say. So I want to get the cash cows while I got them. And free trades next week, is it going to give me the cash cows? If Pring Pong scores another 3, if Durgo scores another 4, you can see Durgo here, he scored a 4, he's valued at 4.4 mil. He needs a break even of 5, is what I would say. All right, if I look at Durgo, break even is 5. You can see it there. So because it's a 9. So there are better options now. All right. So let's put Fulkrug back there for a second. What are the better options in defence? All right. Well, Calafiori scored a 21, an Arsenal defender. 5.6 mil. Ballard scored a 30. So they're all making cash, okay? Even Cash is going to make some cash. Just coming down. So it's not enough. I mean, Hume scored 15. He's only 3.9 mil. Hume scored 15 points. They're all going to make some cash. So who do we bring in? Okay, which one? Are we going to keep these spuds that they're going to lose money? Or do we want to make some cash? Calafiori's got a tough draw, so maybe he's not going to make as much cash, all right? But Ballard is. But I don't need to bring in Ballard now. I'll bring in the defenders next week, all right? But what I do know is I don't want... Put Durgo back, okay? I don't want Fulkrug. I don't want Bowen anymore, okay? And I do know I want Reinders. So regardless, Reinders going to come into my team. So Reinders, I might as well get him now. So Reinders comes in, and over in my forward line, who do I want, all right? Now, do I want to make cash, or do I want to bring in someone as a keeper? Well, I know for a fact that Gakpo, he's 7 mil, all right, is at -2 now, all right? So he's going to make some cash. Even, we know Salah is going to lose, but if I don't have Salah, I might as well have Gakpo. I might as well have 2 Liverpool forwards in my team. Okay, I got Wirtz and Gakpo, and maybe Wirtz will go next week, but I don't need to get rid of him this week, all right? So I could get rid of Wirtz next week, but I definitely need Gakpo, all right? And I definitely want Reinders. Now, if I don't get Gakpo, all right, I can get Ekitike. But with Ekitike, I'm not 100% sold on him because of the fact that, actually, I can even get Kudus, okay? 21 he scored. So Kudus is another option. I can get Semenyo. And Semenyo is a very consistent scorer, all right? So if you go to Semenyo, let's have a look at his draw. I have to do this again. Okay, season stats. How do we do this? Okay, 2024. Okay, here it is. 2024, 25. How did Semenyo go last year? Let's have a look. He started well, okay? 12, 10, 13. Does score the odd 6, 3, and 7, right? So he does have the odd bad game, but his price didn't really go nuts, all right? You can see he's 9 mil now, but his price was always 9 mil last year. So he's not a cash cow. So you can get him anytime you want at the same price, is what I'm trying to say. So what I'm looking for now is cash cows, all right? So if I don't get him, I get Gakpo. My goal is to turn Gakpo from 7 mil into, all right, so Gakpo at 7 mil into a Salah 15 mil. My goal is to turn Gakpo into a Salah, all right? There's 8 mil price difference there, but if they can score the same every week, then the price will be the same in about 5 or 6 weeks or 7 weeks. So the goal is now to turn Gakpo into Salah, all right? So that's why I'm getting Gakpo. I would get Ekitike, but because they're going to bring in another forward striker from the looks of it, so I don't trust Ekitike. Maybe he might start as a sub now. So I know Gakpo will play for sure left wing, okay, because they don't have a left winger. So Gakpo is going to be a starter. So these are the trades for now. Now, the only thing is, I don't know what happens if I complete this trade. Can I reverse it? Well, let's find out. Okay, we're going to find out right now live, okay, because I haven't done it yet. So if I complete this trade, let's complete it. Complete. All right, confirm. It's done. Now, if I wanted to now trade Gakpo and bring back Fulkrug, all right, which I don't want to do, all right, but I'm just going to, just for the sake of the exercise, okay, let's go Fulkrug here. or Spud. I was going to type Spud Crook, but they won't let me type Spud Crook. So Full Crook comes back. All right. If I complete this trade, it drops me down to 1 trade. All right. So it does work. Now, take note here. It says here Super Coach Cup. What happens here? Kick off in week 13. So go till week 13. We can probably kick off in here. So we can join a league called Super Coach Cup. Now, if we go to my leagues, all right, I'm going to go now to Spudfather Group. Now, we have 325 entries at the moment, and we're ranked 201. Okay, so we're sort of average right now. Let's go to View League. That's the code. All right, so if you want to join, it's 615007. I was going to cut it last week. I'm going to keep this open until game week 3, all right, till the end of round 2. So this week's the last week. Okay, so in other words, if I want to speak proper English, okay, it's this week. It's the last week. Just come it down. Anyway, that's going to be all for today. Thank you for joining, and remember one thing. It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Ciao for now.
That's all, folks.